Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. The last weekend before the All-Star break, the Dodgers are flubbing up the beasts of the AL East. Let's talk ball. Let's talk ball. Let's talk ball. Oh, I'm hitting.
Oh, we're both hitting.
I'm playing center field. I'm Harrison Bader.
Oh, he ran into some people. He didn't like it.
Oh.
Left field's better.
Left field's better. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek, code Talkin 2025. I am All-Star Game softball player. Some people call it the celebrity All-Star Game softball player, Jake Storielli. You check me out next to the Capital One Bank guy. That is Trevor Plouffe. 9 years in the show. Not a deal. Not a big deal. Rob Scirocco's here. What is going on, Coach Trev? We're here. It's the middle of summer. The break is coming up. We're going to see each other in 48 hours, which means we're about to fight or fuck. That's just what it means.
It's early.
It's just what it means.
It's 7:20 Pacific time. You can't come at me with that right now, Pop. But I'll tell you what. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be home at Magnum Condom Studio. I've been on the road.
Yeah.
Been a road warrior. As we'll see a Best Western road warrior later on in the episode. But only here for a little bit. Then, I'm going to see you at the All-Star game. I don't think we're going to fuck. Spoiler. Just for you.
50-50.
So you know, don't set your expectations
50-50.
too high. And this episode's going to get flagged on
Hard F's early. Good. Good.
I need to bleep those out. I wanted to say this before we get into it because if you don't know, I was doing the Cubs Twin Series. We're doing an all-analyst broadcast, so it required just there.
Double ear flap, Trev.
That was something else. Maybe we'll get into that later. I don't know. My cell phone's like on the field right there. Like what? I was just making a mockery of the game. So I didn't get to tune into a ton of other baseball. Right. Came out here early, 5 a.m., was out here doing my due diligence, trying to get caught up on everything. But excuse me if I missed some stuff. I'm using this as a get caught up on ball episode as well. So I just wanted to preface that. If you're like, this guy doesn't even watch the game, it's like, well, yeah, this week I freaking didn't. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a constant reminder as we teach the children watching this show different curse words, and we tell them at different points invest in Bitcoin and different other
silver stocks,
other financial strategies. I did got this for the Celebrity All-Star game. So we're it's a J chain, Amazon. I don't think that's real silver, but this is for the YouTube only. You guys know your team better than us, so please let us know what we're missing, what we're not seeing as we head into All-Star weekend. And I mean, I know we've talked about this before. It's a deep All-Star break. Like, we're getting to the All-Star break, like 95 plus games. Like,
is that like odd? Is it because we started early this year?
I think it's just drifted a little. It's drifted like one or two series every year now. And now that we're starting in March, I think we're sneaking in just a couple more games. And you guys are not going to believe the standings, brought to you by Trevor Plouffe. But because it's Friday, that means it's a National League Friday. And we got some sauce out there. Let's do it. Go West, young man. And in San Diego, Fernando, the home run robbery series as the Diamondbacks and the Padres, they end up splitting for Zach Gallen a bounce-back start. He needs that. He's going to be an interesting name the next couple of weeks. Padres win a 1-0 shutout, 3 hits. Kind of would have been 5 without 2 home run robberies in that game. D-backs roll them. Padres get that final game. Manny Machado, 2,000 hits. And there's going to be a theme of this episode, Trev. Former White Sox who are good now. Gavin Sheets on that list, 3 for 3. Just wait, dude. You're going to be shocked. Romy Gonzalez is the best player in baseball. Anyways, the Milwaukee Brewers bust out the broomsticks on the Dodgers. Brewers Yamamoto doesn't make it out of the first in Game 1. Freddie Peralta, you might hear more about him later. The Kershaw-Mizorowski Bowl. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Not really. Totally different players. But the Miz and the Brewers get it done. And then Tyler Glasnow's back. That's good. But the Brewers walk them off in the 10th. Jackson Chourio. The Brew Crew are here. Dodgers with an L6. We'll talk about both of them. Giants and Phillies teed it up in the Bay Area. That Christopher Sanchez 7'11" MFer goes 7 innings, but it ain't matter. Giants take Game 1 3-1, and then the walk-off inside the park home run from Patrick Bailey we watched on the program earlier this week. Phillies knock them around in the final game. Jesus Lizard and the boys shut them out 13-0, but the Giants continue some winning ways. Marlins and Reds, they end up splitting 4, which for the Reds is actually, I think, a win because they lost the first 2 games. The Marlins were arguably the hottest team in baseball. Yuri Perez and Sandy in back-to-back starts. Sandy gets knocked around again. Nick Lodolo with the gem. Reds salvage the set in the final 2 games. Nationals and Cardinals teed it up. Cardinals took that first game. Brendan Donovan and Lars Nootbaar go big fly. Nationals, they split it up. By the way, James Wood robbing homers without jumping. We love it. We love the tall kings too on this show. Cardinals roll them in that final game. Miles Michaelis with a bounce back start. Mason Wynn winning on and off the field, some are saying. The Atlanta Braves, they face the A's, dude. We haven't really talked about this. What's the vibe in Atlanta going to be? Because they dropped to the A's, and that's all they've done all year. Tyler Soderstrom with the walk-off RBI single. You might hear about El Butt and Kurtz, Nick coming up. And our final National League Series. I moved the Mets and the O's down here because the Orioles took 2 out of 3. They're playing a better brand of baseball. It still has them 5th in the American League East. David Peterson with another nice start, and he makes the All-Star team. We love that for him. Mets won that first game in 10. Orioles bounce back, and they get 3 good starts, and that's what they've missing. And their 7th catcher this year, Alex Jackson, 2-double game in his debut. That's what happened in the National League. Give me the standings.
What do you mean by that about Mason Wynn?
I was looking at his Instagram. It seems like the fella's doing all right.
He's doing all right.
And that's fine.
I just followed him this morning, by the way.
I'm going to give him the follow, too.
Give him the follow. We'll just berate him with the John Boy Media follow, see what happens. I got the standings, though, in the National League. We'll start out east. The Philadelphia Phillies with a 1.5 game lead over the Mets. They're 54-39. Mets 53-41. The Marlins, okay, I mean, you said they're playing better ball. They're 42-50, 11.5 games back. Guess what? They're 2 games above the Braves, who are 40-52. They're like on a hamster wheel of death, and they just keep cycling around death. I don't know if that made sense. The Nationals 38-55. In the Central, this one's going to be spicy. 55-38 for the Cubs as they lose 2 out of 3 to my Twins. Still 2 games up on the Brewers. 53-44 the Brewers. The Cardinals sitting 5.5 games back in the division. They're 50-44. The Reds 2 games over 500. They are 48-46, and the Pirates 38-56. Brian Reynolds and Evan Longoria fighting.
Whoa!
Online, did you know that?
Oh no!
We'll get into that a little
Love
bit.
it.
You know whose side I'm on. The Dodgers a 5-game lead over the Giants. They're 56-38. The Giants 51-43. The Padres a half game back of that. They're 50-43. The Arizona Diamondbacks 46-48, 2 games under 500, and then the freaking Rockies, man. Every single time I look, they have 72 losses, Jake. 72 losses in 21 wins. Holy shnikes. Let's get to the wild card. That's what we need right here. Everybody knows what's going on. Right now, the Brew Crew, they're hanging on to the top spot. The Mets right behind them, and then the Giants, as of today, have that final spot in the wild card. The Padres a half game back. The Cardinals 1 game back. And the Reds 3 games back. And those are the standings in the National League. So Brian Reynolds,
Okay.
blocked a bunch of teams, put them on his limited no trade clause. There was a lot of like contending teams, big market teams, and they could do that for a myriad of reasons. Some leverage maybe to, I don't know, to bargain if he gets traded there. Say, hey, well, I want a signing bonus, or I want an extension, or whatever it may be. So there's that reason. Could be for taxes, because a lot of them were like New York, California, Toronto. This guy's locked into a number. He's like, I don't want to give up more money just because you want to trade me. So there's that. And Longoria, and I don't love this from him. He said on some random Instagram account, looks like the guy doesn't want to win. And then Brian Reynolds clapped back with, okay, keyboard warrior. And I got to come to that guy Longoria's defense here. He's got a fucking statue.
Right.
Like, he's not a keyboard warrior. If you got a statue, how many guys in the big leagues, throughout the big leagues, have a statue outside the stadiums? 30 teams. Let's just call it 65, 70. Longoria is one of them.
Wow. We'll you're caught up on baseball's gossip this week. Yeah, and I don't know, Brian Reynolds with his contract and how he's playing this year, it's a whole nother topic. I respect him. Hey, get your contract and put your no trade clause in however you want. But yeah, that list did pop up, and it was like, everyone? Trev, great job on the standings. Indeed, you did a good job. And today's episode is sponsored by Indeed. Just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday? Well, if you want the right candidates, head over to Indeed. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job posts seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs helps you stand out and hire fast. Your post jumps to the top of the page with sponsored jobs, so you can reach the people you want. And posting directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. There's no need to wait any longer, people. And you get, our listeners, $75 sponsored job credit to get your job more visibility at Indeed.com/baseball. Just go to Indeed.com/baseball right now. Support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/baseball. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, Indeed is all you need. Coach Trev, I think the biggest storyline right now, the Dodgers are in a rough patch. We've talked about the injuries and blah, blah, blah. And again, this needs a layer of, and I'm sorry if, Dodger protection crew, they still have the best record in the NL. Half game up on the Cubs. So it's with the Brewers charging, it's how interesting are things going to get? Because every team goes through a losing streak. Like, if you're a Dodgers fan, hey, you had the losing streak, but Tyler Glasnow's back. Like, what does that mean? And on the other side of it, they ran into the wrong team at the wrong time because the Brewers are playing the best ball in the National League. We did the Mizorowski thing. That's ignoring Quintana and Freddie Peralta, who do what they have done all year and all of their careers. I guess when you look at this, do you start Brewers or Dodgers?
I think you start Brewers.
Okay.
And I mean, we talked about this team, and I went on with Chris Rose, and we were talking about, do the Brewers have a legitimate shot at taking the NL Central crown? The obvious answer is yes. I mean, they're right there. There's plenty of season left, and I've watched both these teams, in person, and I will say that they play the game differently. There are some similarities. Like, Chicago can play defense, I would say almost on par definitely on par with the Milwaukee Brewers. And I don't even know what the numbers say about maybe the Brewers are way above, or maybe the Cubs are way above, but you watch them, like, they have similarities in that regard. I think as far as lineups go, you definitely have to give it to the Cubs. Like, the first four batters for the Cubs right now it's intense, dude.
Yeah.
You have, I'm going to mess it up right now, but you have Pete Crow Armstrong hitting fourth. You have Seiya Suzuki. You have Kyle Tucker. And who's leading off for them?
The Cubs are normally leading. Happ.
Ian Happ.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wine boy.
Wine boy. And then, at the bottom of the lineup, it gets a little thin, but guys that can do certain things and play ball, Dansby and Nico and
Michael Bush, too.
I think,
Michael Bush, too. Michael Bush as well.
Oh, Michael Bush hitting fifth is probably hitting the best out of all of them right now. So the lineup, I would probably go Cubs there.
Yeah.
And then the pitching staff, I think you're giving it to the Brewers.
Yes.
So these two teams are going to be fighting neck and neck for the NL Central crown. And I think that's just a testament to what the Brewers do. I was on the interweb, looking, just perusing, and I get a lot of baseball stuff on my social medias. And there was some podcast kind of talking about Jacob Mizorowski and how the Brewers scouted him. I don't remember where it was. It just was kind of on my timeline. But they were talking like they were one of only 3 teams to go watch this kid pitch in high school. He ended up going to a junior college. It was them, the Rays, and the Rockies were the only 3 teams to go watch this guy in high school. They ended up picking him with like the 63rd pick, and they felt like they had to go do that for a guy out of junior college because they were scared that they were going to lose him. So they, you have to credit the Brewers scouting department and finding guys. And I think that's what, the more and more I'm around like clubhouses and stuff, the more and more you start to realize. And I'm talking to the Twins GM and stuff like that. And they've been really cool at kind of opening up and just, giving me some insight. I think scouting is more important than ever now. And it's not traditional scouting. Oh, this guy's big and strong. It's like, okay, what are we looking at? What can we've kind of talked about this a little on the show. What do we do well as an organization? Like, where can we make this guy better? And they just go find guys and they know they can tweak him. Mizorowski, they're like this, he was throwing like low 90s. And like, this guy is this area scout said, this guy's going to throw 100 one day.
Right.
And, you bring him into your pitching lab and you can create things with these guys. So you have to have this like open mind as a scout now. It's not just right what's in front of you. It's like projection means so much. And the teams that can do that well have such an advantage in the draft, in trades. Like you have to have that. I think it might be the most important part of an organization right now is having good scouts that can project and really not see the future, but like, you can look and say, I'm going to make this guy better specifically this way. And the good teams do that. The Dodgers do that. The Brewers do that. The Rays do that. I mean, it's what's happened with the Brewers and what's kept them afloat.
Well, and maybe the best example is Game 2. The Brewers' average fastball was 99.3. So the Yankees hadn't had a 99-mile-per-hour pitch until they called up a rookie, Cam Schlittler, this week. And that was their average heater. So, there's times when I don't want to say we poo-poo on velo because we're like, hey, execute the pitch and location still matters. But, hey, when you're in the box and you're only getting a hunch today, that's a tough feeling, especially when you're going through a rough stretch of the season. And yeah, man, hey, I'll give you shout outs for your scouting departments and let's go get Caleb Durbin, who's turned it on. How about Yelly, man? 18 homers. He hasn't had a 20 homer season since 2019. Like we kind of saw this injury / on base percentage Yelly develop the past couple years. He's been leading the offense on that front. It's really interesting as you look like everyone's a positive. Isaac Collins, hello.
He's been playing great in left field.
Terang, Hoskins, Frelick, Churrillo, William Contreras, surprisingly. Like, imagine if he starts to go. So these Brewers are peaking. The NL Central is looking to just be a ball for the rest of this summer. And meanwhile, on the other side, like, oh, and hey, I forget, where did Andrew Vaughn come from?
White Sox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, him and Sheets, middle of the lineup. Okay. The Dodgers.
I forgot about Sheets.
Dude, there's more. It's a theme of the episode. And when, hey, you talk about scouting and development, what was going on with the White Sox? What's still going on? Anyways, Dodgers 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position this series. Second lowest batting average in baseball the past 2 weeks. The fifth highest ERA. It's a bad formula. There's a bad Mookie error that kind of sets off the final game in this series. Man, when things go bad in baseball, I'm obviously not going to go over the top with this because I just watched the Yankees lose 6 in a row. They won 4 in a row. The Mets were in a skid.
The Guardians were on like an L12, and now all of a sudden they sweep
L10. They sweep the Astros. Get ready for some Road Warriors. So, I don't know. I guess the other thing that makes me like Brewers and Cubs were getting excited because it's down to 2 games. Like Dodgers still have a 5-game cushion in the West, and the other teams chasing them, the Padres and the Giants have had their ups and downs this year as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 162-game season. They're going to go through this. I mean, they haven't hit with runners in scoring position. They haven't hit, basically. Like, sometimes your offense just goes cold. And if you look at that lineup up and down, that's not going to stay that way for too long. I'll
tell you what's a little interesting. They've got the 3 against the Giants this weekend that we've teed up that, Giants, this is a bigger one for you than them, if we're being honest. Starts off with Logan Webb and Dustin May. Hello. And then All-Star break, Dodgers come out and they get that same Milwaukee team. So let's see. But again, the talent speaks for itself. Go Brewers, go. Trev, the other National League Series, again, I don't want to be shots fired at Padres or Diamondbacks, but 4-game split. We highlighted Manny Machado earlier in this week, who deserves love. I mean, again, 12th player to record 2,000 hits and 350-plus homers in their age 32 or younger season. 8 of those 12 are Hall of Famers. Manny plays a pretty good third base. Reminder on that. There was a ton of defensive highlights in this series. I was blown away. Brandon Pfaadt just decided to throw a cutter in the third game.
That's the game. That's the game nowadays.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And he gives them a great start. But yeah, 4 games. Each team gets 2. I don't know.
Just spike your finger and changes everything. It's insane, man, what these pitchers are able to do right now.
I love that you're loving the kick change. I got
shout out Geraldo Perdomo. I want to say that
as we watch.
We're watching, not Buddha ball right there, but
not
crushing it.
Yeah,
offensively this year. I mean, unbelievable what he's been able to do. He's
been great. That Padres bullpen is still very much there. That I think the closer we get to October, we're gonna start dreaming about that a little more. It was fun. I actually caught the end of this game last night and seeing Bobby Suarez go to work. That's
I think Ryan Cohen put out the MVP of the team has been Morahone.
Yeah, Adrian Morahone has been fantastic. Former top prospect, 42 innings pitched, a 1.71 ERA, a 0.83 WHIP.
Yeah.
No earned run since May 17th. It's middle of July.
How about full pension Piv? Give him some love.
Full pension
4.8 across his last 3 starts.
The 2 home run robberies helped, but yeah, he's been amazing for San Diego. One of the best free agent signings. San Diego stepping up to the mic. The other 2 current playoff teams, Phillies, Giants. Giants take 2 out of 3. Again, we watched the Patrick Bailey walk. Otherwise, we'd be talking about that a lot. Philly gets the redemption in the final game. I don't have too much to add here.
Same. I'm using this to catch up. We saw. That was a hell of a way to lose a game, a hell of a way to win a game. Whether side you're on, you were absolutely shocked in game 2. No doubt about that. And then, Philly salvaging the series. I think that's important for them. They just crushed it the last game. Verlander with some. Well, this is what his brother put out. Tough luck. Pitching better than that. So, we'll give him some credit. But, two really good teams. And I think the Giants, as Adames has started to pick it up offensively, I think there's a lot more in the tank for them. I don't think we've seen them play their best baseball yet.
I think you're right. And that's between, Devers being new and not having gone off yet.
When he in the middle of that lineup is back to kind of who he is, that's going to change things drastically.
Casey Schmidt playing some good ball for them. They're man, what else are they going to have up their sleeve come the deadline?
Buster's kind of like a magician. Like he just makes things happen. The Devers trade was awesome. I don't know if you saw or heard the Devers Will Clark situation. We covered that on Baseball Today. That was interesting.
Yeah, we did a little bit of that here. That super prospect Bryce Eldridge is at AAA now. They are going to be so fun to track the rest of the way. Meanwhile, and I say this in a complimentary way, the Phillies are going to fill. You're going to get some amazing starting pitching sometimes. You're going to get Bryce Harper with a couple signature swings in the final game, a little 4 for 6. Yeah.
He had some interesting quotes after that. I mean, he's understands who he needs to be, and similar to Devers and being a middle order bat and kind of getting back to his normal self. The same thing goes with Harper. If he starts to turn it on and becomes who he is, I mean, that's exactly what the Phillies need.
Right. I guess in the rest of this National League
right there, holy shit.
Yeah, right. Look at that guy that caught it. Show me that guy again, Bobo. That guy looks like a Simpsons character. Kind of ripped up, crazy blonde hair. Give me that guy. Is that
fuzzy on my screen? Can't really see it.
Is that my buddy Rob? I think I know that guy. Okay. Trev, in the rest of actually, I guess there's one thing I do want to hit on. Bob, if you have the James Wood home run robbery, Trev, this might hit home more for me and Rob as we are short kings, but James Wood robs a homer. It looks like the 7'6" guy in a basketball team not having to jump to dunk. like if Sal Frelick makes that catch, we're like, catch of the year. He's throwing his body around. What ability. James Wood is like, oh, this is okay.
Was over the fence too. I was waiting to see the close up. Oh my God.
Just a comedy show.
It looks like Inspector Gadget with his arm. Do you even know that cartoon? Are you too young for that?
No. I've got Inspector Gadget. The kids do not.
No.
Inspector Gadget was lit. I think we could bring that back.
Inspector Gadget's good. Yeah.
Was Inspector Gadget America's anime? Sound off in the comments.
What? I don't even know what that means.
A lot of buzzwords for you.
People love anime. I wish I could get into it. I think I'm past the anime stage of my life.
See, the anime crowd's going to come for you for that because anime has no boundaries.
I can start anime at 39 years old?
Yes, dude.
Okay.
One Piece, I do this in the office like every other week. One
Piece I've heard a million times.
The best story ever told is what they'll tell you. Like, dude, Joe's is 47 now, and he's cranking anime.
Joe's is like really 16 years old.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. James Wood, just a reminder, home run derby and enjoy. 933 OPS, 24 home runs right now.
I'm sprinkling. That's my sprinkle for the home run derby is James Wood.
I saw
plus 700.
I saw the DraftKings odds. Caminero being the worst odds is insane because he's young and crazy power. Like that's the easy one for me because it's the home run derby.
Never hits BP on the field, so I'm very curious how that's gonna go, dude.
Here's what I'll say: do you doubt Buck Daddy trying to put on a show? We got a pretty good group, man.
No, I love the group. Chris Rose wanted to put Jack Caglione in the home run derby. I said, what the freak are you He's got 4 homers. He's like, yeah, but
I love Chris Rose.
Did you see how far it went? I'm like, nobody wants that.
I love
Chris
Rose.
So this is actually great. I'm like, dude, you got to earn some things, right? Like,
right.
Stop doing this.
Right.
And he's, well, let's let our listeners decide. Drop a comment in the YouTube below. I've never seen a more one-sided crowd. It was just straight up, wow, Rose, you're so out of touch.
Chris Rose unite. Yes. Chris Rose.
Nice homer here. You have 4.
Right.
Like in 3 years, we could be saying, wow, he's awesome. 40 homers a year. Let's put him in the Derby. It's going to be great. But right now, no. I think Jack Caglione would tell you no.
Yeah, I don't think Jack wants that. Dude, Cal Raleigh signing up is beautiful for what he's doing this year. Ronnie, obviously hometown guy, and you can't get someone more electric than him. James Wood, one of the up-and-coming superstars, larger than life in this game. Buck Daddy, like the guy who's been here, but okay, let me go down to Georgia and show the kids. O'Neal Cruz, one of the freaks of the game that is coming to fruition. Caminero, the up-and-coming star of the game. And then Brent Rooker, a little missionary at the end, but a lot of people like it for a reason.
Why does everyone hate on Brent Rooker?
It's just amongst this crew and Jazz Chisholm with as oozing swag.
I mean, okay.
Buxton's from Georgia too.
I had something else on that. What was I going to say? Shoot. Now I forgot.
Brent Rooker's a stud.
He is a stud. Oh, I do think there should be a home park, like hometown player should be in every home run derby. I do think that.
Do you mean the team?
Like any stadium it's at, someone from that team should be in the home run derby. And I don't know if they.
I think they try to do that.
Kind of do.
I think they do. Yeah.
Like I just remember Julio and that Mariners crowd. How cool that was.
I think they do that. I think that's kind of a requirement.
Maybe they do. And I just don't. They don't like project it out there.
Didn't Brian Dozier take your spot in the?
He did it. He had his brother throw to him, who threw like no strikes. That was tough.
I mean, you essentially,
Bobby, if you can look that up, go back to the home run derbies and see if they do that every single year. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they already do it. They just don't advertise it.
You're California's Todd Frazier. You should have a home run derby trophy.
I would do really well in a home run derby.
You won the twin softball one. That's one of my proudest. That's one of my proudest achievements.
I beat Justin Morneau, Jim Tomei.
Justin Morneau has a home run derby trophy.
You stink. Just kidding. I love all
God, I need to hit one in this softball game so bad. I think I just need to let it fly. I don't know.
That's your hitting theory? High let it fly?
Knuckleball hitting theory? I got nothing, dude. I'm just going in with pissed off energy that like, well, if Nikki can fucking hit one, then I can.
All I want is Nikki Cass to get out every single time. No offense to you, Nikki Cass. I just need it.
I have something to say about Nikki Cass, but he's my teammate, so I can't get in his head yet. It's going to be a fun weekend. Let's do some American League Baseball, Trevor. And in the American League, I guess we'll start with the Yankees, who swept the Seattle Mariners. And they did it in dramatic fashion, Trev. They're getting no hit by All-Star Brian. Woo-woo! Any relation to Katie? Don't think so. Seven innings, no hit. Yanks down 5-0. They tie it off a Senor Smoke. They've got his pitches. They walk it off in extras.
What is that?
We need to talk about that. That's fun. Yankees get back to their winning ways. Jazz is all over this city. So is big Giancarlo Stanton. We like it. We love it. The Texas Rangers, they split 4 with the Halos. Hey, the Wednesday night game, one of the more chaotic games of the season. Halos end up taking it 11-8. Mike Trout, Trev, 2-homer game. We like him a lot. The Rangers' offense has turned on. What does it mean? Not enough wins yet. They split 4 with the Halos. The Tigers take 2 out of 3 from the Tampa Bay Rays. They take the first 2 games in this series. Your Cater Montero and your Jack Flaherty. Drop it on them. You know Zach McKinstry's involved in every play. Colt Keith with a couple big games. Junior Caminero, Jonathan Aranda, and Ha-Sung Kim helped salvage the set in that final game. As Trev has already told you in the NL, the Twins took 2 out of 3 from the Chicago Cubbies. They took the first 2 games. Simeon Woods, Richardson, Harrison Bader Trev trying to befriend him. Not going well so far. David Festa and the rest of the Twins pitching. And the Minnesota Moose, Matt Wallner. PCA, a casual 2-homer game as Colin Rea goes 7 innings, 1 earned run. The Red Sox sweep the Rockies. So we kind of expect that. But Boston is en fuego. Lucas Giolito is on an all-time heater right now. Romy Gonzalez, where did he? That's right. Former Chicago White Sox. This dude, he looks like a video game character that looks illegal the way he's playing right now. Same with Ceddanne Rafaela. Same with Roman Anthony. Bayo goes 9 innings. The Sox are here, kid. The Toronto Blue Jays, they take 2 out of 3 from the Chicago White Sox, who used to have a few of those players. Blue Jays take the first 2 games. Joey Loperfido is back, baby, and he's hitting a little bit. George Springer continues. Adrian Hauser and Edgar Caro knocking it around the ballpark for those White Sox. They take 2 out of 3. And the Royals, they sweep the Pirates. Make it matter, Kansas City. They've been playing bad baseball for a little bit. Get Jack Caglione in the home run derby. Noah Cameron with a nice start. Bobby Witt is starting to go full tilt. And Cole Reagan's wearing the We Got Ice, My Arm Feels Good shirt, which that's cool and intimidating, which is the opposite of the We Got Ice brand. And your Best Western Road Warriors, it's time. Brought to you by Best Western Hotel and Resorts. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com. You can't predict baseball. The Cleveland Guard Dogs, losers of 10 in a row, go and face the first place Houston Astros, maybe the hottest team in the AL. Hottest team for me to poop on. Triumph the comic dog to kids like him. Astros lose 3 in a row. Guardians haven't won 3 in a row since May 21st through the 24th. J-Ram with a home run in every game. That's why they won. That makes sense. And Slade, suck on D's nuts. 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks. That is your Best Western Road Warriors. And that's what happened in the American League.
Oh boy, Jakey. I got the standings. We're ready to go. Chris Rose is texting me on the side. Get out of here, C-Rose. Not your turn yet. We'll start out east. Who's in first place? Them Blue Jays. Toronto, stand up. 54-39. They have a 2-game lead. They're 9-1 in their last 10.
Yeah.
Sheesh. 2-game lead over the Yankees. 52-41 for them. Tampa Bay Rays at 50-44. They're 4.5 games back in the division. The Boston Red Sox only 5 games back in the division. They're also 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 7-game winning streak. 50-45 for them. 42-50 for the Baltimore Orioles. They have been playing better ball as of late. 7-3 in their last 10. In the Central, Tigers continue to run away with the division. 59-35. That's good for the best record in all of baseball. They're the best team in the world right now. 13 games up on the Kansas City Royals, who are 46-48. The Twins a half game behind them at 45-48, and the Guardians 43-48. And your White Sox, Jake, they're 31-62. Out west, the Houston Astros, a 7-game lead in the division. They're 55-38. The Mariners, 3 games over 500. I feel like everything has gone right for the Mariners, and they are still only 3 games over 500. Not everything's gone right, Trev. Do you even know ball? Shush. Texas Rangers, 46-48. They're 9.5 games back. The Angels, 45-48. And the Athletics, 39-56. And what you've all been waiting for, the American League wild card. Right now, the Yankees and the Rays sitting in the top 2 spots. The Yankees 3 games up. Rays a half game up on the Boston Red Sox. We have 4 AL East teams in the playoffs as of today. Oh, my gosh. The Mariners, 1 game back in a wild card spot. And then it's like a bunch of teams under 500. The Royals 3.5 out. The Rangers 3.5 games out. The Angels and Twins 4 games out. But the AL East coming back and doing it. Those are the standings in the American League.
Nobody does it like you.
Nobody.
That's from me. That's from Olivia. That's from the people. Great standing.
I got a fun afternoon planned.
Sick, dog. Nice. I'm flying to Atlanta after this. Getting ready. Got to get loose. Coming for you, Quavo.
You please call him Quavo.
I will tell this for the people. This stays here with the Talking Baseball community.
It stays here.
Nicky Cass is obviously my guy. From the warehouse and everything we've done with him. So our phone calls are a sketch. It's ridiculous. With Nicky, you kind of can't stop. And we were just dogging. Hey, Quavo, Drusky. I don't know, why don't we show a little hustle, boys?
Neither of you guys would say anything.
And when we see that, it's so nice to meet you. We're such big fans.
Well, Nicky, he's trying to be like A-list celebrity, so he's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, come on, can I have your number? Tag me.
Make sure you tag me in that." Trev, let's rip the Band-Aid. The people love it. The Yankees are back. They sweep the Mariners. And hey, I could tell you, Judge is great. Jazz has been insane since he's been back.
How about that?
Watch Jason Dominguez play baseball sometime. You're going to love it. Trev, let's do a little, because people love when there's pitch tipping. And what was interesting about this, the Yankees were being as obnoxious as possible. When they had a runner on second base, I'm guessing they could see Andres Munoz's grips, or there was something he was doing, and they were flailing their arms at second base whenever a slider was coming. That I'm wondering, is that extra mental advantage? Because why wouldn't you do something slightly more subtle than that? Anyone could see.
Well, because it was late.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was off of him or it could have been Cal Raleigh. I didn't get a chance to really get into it, but you see Cal flashing the glove up like that. And I don't know if he was only doing that on sliders or if they were picking it up, as he came up on his leg lift. Maybe then they could see his grip. But the reason it had to be so obnoxious is because it was so late.
Okay.
So you're still trying to focus on the pitcher, and behind you, like kind of in the peripheral, if you see something like this, then okay, you got it. As opposed to like what you're saying, like pre-pitch, and we're giving a little whatever it is. I step with my right foot, I look this way. They needed it to be obvious. So that's why they would do that. But the fact that Cal didn't pick up on that, and I guess I was going to say
he
he's
did.
Got to focus
no,
on the
he
pitcher.
did. Cal
he didn't stop it.
Cal came out. He did a mound visit, and
how many times did they do it before he stopped it?
They did it a handful,
back in the game.
And then they did it after too. So again, I don't know what they were picking up on or what could change, and I also don't think they care. Like Senor Smoke had been so dominant this year.
Of course they care.
But
in the game like that, you can only go out to the mound once, and then you have to get.
You know how pitchers think. I mean, also, what's he going to tell him? Like, they know you're tipping. I don't know how, but do something different. Like, I genuinely don't know.
I'm sure that's what he said. And let me see right here. Does Cal do it again? Yeah, he keeps. These are the same videos over and over. See that glove flash way up high? Was he doing that on the fastball as well?
I'd have to go.
I need to do a bigger deep dive into this. Again, people,
John was locked in, and I guess the other thing that was interesting, it was Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham that were doing it, and then Ben Rice got on second base, and he looked like he couldn't find it. So I don't know if there was something the veterans had. I don't know.
That's how it is certain guys have a knack for it. Certain guys can see things, and certain guys can't. And I truly believe. I asked Rocco about this, and I think I talked about it on the show. I'm like, with everybody having a designated person to go through, like an advanced scout going through, making sure that their pitchers aren't tipping, but also looking ahead to the other pitchers about their face to see if they are tipping. I asked him, is it more prevalent now than ever? And he said, no, he thinks it's less than ever. I don't agree.
Yeah.
I feel like we're seeing it all the time now. And I've been on this train for a long time. I guarantee teams have a software program. Guarantee it. I've never heard of it. Never heard that in the Twins. I'm back there. I'm kind of in the clubhouse and doing all those things.
Right.
Never seen that. But how could they not? How could you not have a software AI program that you just input video in and say, what's the difference?
Yeah,
how could you combat that? How could the league say, oh, they're doing this? How would they know?
I think there's a lot of our listeners that just did a massive exhale because they're like, are Jake and Trev going to do the AI thing right now?
We're not.
We're not. I understand your logic, and I don't know. My guess would be it's the same. It's just a media effect that when, in 1997, if a pitcher was tipping, you didn't watch every video on the internet afterwards. If you're looking for a little spark of joy today, go watch Brian Wu call his parents and tell them to meet him in Atlanta for the All-Star game. We love that. And he was nasty.
Oh, my gosh. He is nasty.
He is nasty. Speaking of, the team they're chasing, the Houston Astros, this is, put this in the can't predict baseball bucket. The losing Guardians, 10 in a row, take down Houston. And it's behind the Jimmies and the Joes. Like, dude, we laughed last episode on Slump Watch, or the artist formerly known as Slump Watch. Jose Ramirez was on there, and it's like, oh, okay, this is why Cleveland's lost 10 in a row, because their guy has been bad. He homers in every game this series. Angel Martinez with the leadoff homer off Hunter Brown to set that game off. And then Slade Ciccone with a really good pitching performance that any team on any day, pal.
I mean, the Guardians have a good team. Haven't been playing well, obviously. It's just part of the 162. But yeah, this was obviously a shock to anybody. Hunter Brown getting hit around, even Colton Gordon getting around. Although I believe he got hit with a comebacker, stayed in the game, and then had to leave after that. So prayers up to him. Good vibes to him. I do have a little something on Jose Ramirez I thought was interesting.
Oh.
So Chris Rose and why am I blanking on his name right now?
Chris Rose.
Stephen Brault.
Oh, okay.
They did the show for me, Baseball Today, and they were talking about, should we be mentioning Manny Machado in the same vein as Bryce Harper and Mike Trout? And Brault came on and was like, really, if you look at the numbers, Manny Machado has a chance to be better than both of them. Like he has some numbers that only
Trout,
like 6-7 guys in career numbers, like chance to get to 3,000 hits and 500 homers. There's only 7 guys in baseball that have ever done that before. Like if Machado does that, how can you say that he wasn't better than these guys?
I mean, I'd take Trout's 3 MVPs if we're doing that kind of
talk. Rose's argument was Eddie Murray, has, the Hall of Fame record, has all these, milestone numbers, but he goes, I watched his whole career. I never thought he was the best player in the league. So there's that argument to it as well. But, the longevity of Machado and the consistency and the being able to stay on the field, I think all that matters as well. So I got a text from Yonder Alonso.
Whoa!
My guy. So he's, if you don't know, he's Manny Machado's brother-in-law. Machado married Yonder's sister.
Miami boys.
They're Miami royalty.
Right. That's who we need to get in
305.
with. We need to start getting in with those two.
I'm in.
Fuck.
You're out.
Damn it. Damn it.
You can come in every once in a while. I'll let you just sneak in the door. But Yonder said, hey, I thought this was a really well done segment. He goes, but who I think might be better than all 3 of those guys when it's all said and done. I said Jose Ramirez.
That's kind of how Yonder talks. That was pretty good.
Yeah. No, he's way more Miami than that. I love me some Yonder. But he was just giving him so much props, and I think it's an interesting discussion because we definitely, he's not underrated, the whole Aaron Boone thing, great. But we don't put him in that category as those guys. We don't.
Yeah.
But career longevity, he's only 32 years old.
Yeah, man. Like that's
some of the numbers. Like he's got a chance to zoom.
If he's one of those baseball freaks who can stay good until 35, 36, dude, he's on pace for another 6 WAR season. Those don't just happen. He's
so consistent. I can't really see the graphic here up. It's really blurry on my screen, but he's the youngest by far, right?
Him and Manny can't be that far off, but Manny got started early. Like J-Ram has been
6.5 WAR. Oh my God.
J-Ram has been better more recently, but Manny got started earlier than him. I mean, Mike Trout. I'm gonna get Mike Trout off the page, Pat. That's
it's interesting to look at stuff like that, and then you honestly could cherry pick stuff, and you can make an argument for some of the guys. Man, right now, if you're looking at that, it's hard to argue against the Mike Trout.
Yeah, he should.
Someone needs to do like math about like averages, length of contract left, and what these guys could get to. That's the kind of what I'm referencing here. Like, what are the end stats going to look like? What are the end numbers, the big ones, the hits, the homers going to look like?
That would be a good baseball nerd website. That it was like, give me if J-Ram continues at this trajectory. Give me if J-Ram goes at this trajectory.
Well, actually, if we look at the career declines going into your 40s, we can project them at this amount of percent. Like, probably could.
Players listed 5'8" and
you probably could just
pounds.
go to AI, Jake, and say, "Tell me where these guys are going to end up."
Whole thing's Talking Baseball's been AI since 2022. I died. I think about that sometimes.
It was
4th of July, 2022.
Who am I actually talking to? Was it like a Manchurian Candidate? Isn't that something like that?
That would be an interesting one to check out. I remember when that came out, and that was a big deal.
I don't remember any of it.
All right, welcome to Talking Baseball. Trev, what else in the American? I guess, hey, give us the minute 30 on what you saw with Twins Cubs. Anything?
Nothing. They had a couple big innings. Yeah. They're still, trying to convince the front office not to ship off their pieces. 4 games back in the wild card right now, I believe. I don't know, man.
I've got us, Trev. Tigers, you're good. You took 2 out of 3 from the Rays. You're gonna get more the rest of the season. You've got a 40-game lead in the division. Royals, you guys need to get back to winning. Hopefully, the sweep against the Pirates can spark you. Get Jack Caglione in the Derby. Trev, The conversation is in the East. We've left it, and I mean. Crazy, we've kind of already done the Blue Jays conversation because they've gone nuts. They end up losing their win streak to the White Sox, which we were wondering if they were going to go undefeated because they have the A's coming up, but they've been electric. It's time to talk some Red Sox baseball, kid.
Yeah.
Because they're...
Can I say this real quick about the Cubs? Don't love their starting pitching. I don't love their pitching.
The names are different than the results.
Palencia, great, throws 100. But Presley, like the guys that we really thought. Porter Hot, that's your guy?
That's me.
He is. He looks like you.
That's me.
Like back in the bullpen, a little shaky. Saw Porter Hodge get lit up a little bit there.
It's just a weird thing, Trev, because like we're saying, okay, go trade for Sandy, Cubs. Sandy would be the worst pitcher on their team.
I think people are starting to realize there's not a lot of at least guys that are having good years now that will be available. Like if you're going to try to pry somebody away, like you're going to pay a hefty price. Look, maybe it was a bad series, whatever it was. I don't love the stuff even.
Right.
Like Shota's great. He had a nice start. But Cade Horton, like he can put it together here and there. Colin Rea looked good, but I think the Twins made him look a little bit better. It's Ray, by the way. I keep messing up. Colin Ray.
Yeah.
I think the Twins made him look better
too.
I don't.
Trev, it feels different with the Red Sox. I know this is the Rockies, and that's fine and dandy. I mean, I think I told you go bet on the Red Sox to win big. Giolito versus Senzatella. And the way those two have been performing this year. Man, Trevor Story being a high-caliber MLB player again, that matters for the team, and that matters for just, like, his spirits and his mentals. Roman Anthony, kind of living up to the billing. Rafaela and who he has been now for, a month and a half, 2 months. Duran showing the spark. Masataka Yoshida is back bopping with the boys. like baseball's a funny sport. That let's say the Red Sox roll this weekend. You know what, Red Sox fans, you swept this weekend. Congratulations. That's how much I like you. If the Red Sox sweep this weekend, they're going to be going into the All-Star break with a record of 51-45. My computer stopped loading the second I tried it. And I got it. Oh, no, I got it wrong.
No, 53.
53-45. And then what? The first half has all been worth it? Like it's been a normal-ish first half? Again, they're playing the Rays, and that could go the other way. But just an example of how bizarre this sport can be.
The Rays are a pretty good baseball team. Yeah, a lot of Red Sox fans will still point out the fact that this winning streak has come against some of the lesser teams, and they're definitely cautiously optimistic. I think they're a fascinating team at the trade deadline. I made a case for them to trade Alex Bregman, and I didn't really mean it. I'm just saying if you can't extend him and you got these young guys up, they end up sending a Hamilton down and keep Meyer up now that Bregman's going to be back. I want them to keep Bregman. I mean, we're going to talk about him later in the episode. They're going to have one of the deeper rosters in the big leagues now. And I think that matters in 162, and I think that matters in the playoffs as well. Like they can platoon with the best of them. They're getting some pitching back. I believe Hunter Dobbins is about to be back. Giolito's looked really good. Bayo's looked really good. We know what Crochet has done. Like if they decide to go after and they can fortify the back end of their bullpen, I have the Dodgers versus the Red Sox in the World Series this year. And I don't hate that pick right now.
I know I've said his name a lot. Another Miami guy, which I'm trying to join the crew. Dude, Romy Gonzalez, like if you just dropped me on this planet a couple weeks ago and you're like, hey, watch all these teams. Who are some of the best players in the league? I'd be like, that fucking guy. Like, what? He's playing out of his dome. Former White Sox. And again, that's where, I mean, talk about when life gives you lemons in the Devers situation. This guy got an opportunity, and he is taking every bit of the advantage of it.
If Roman Anthony or Meyer like just decides to be a fucking MVP type player, then we're looking at like holy shnikes. Like this could go really, really well for the Red Sox. They're still young. That's the thing though. Maybe that the thing that right. is holding me back.
But that can be great too.
Such a young team. It could go great or it could go bad.
The volatility of this team.
Yeah.
It kind of lives.
So Bregman, we'll talk about it later.
You're going to talk about it later. The other thing, I just had to double check if I was giving him my standout because we love this guy as a person, as a company. Rob's kids are in on this guy. Lucas Giolito, last 38.2, 3 earned runs. That's a 0.70 ERA.
How's he doing off the field?
The big man, he seems happy. He seems happy, and I like that for him. And pitching like that probably makes him happy because do we have to do some Lucas Giolito contract talk?
Does he have an option? Is it an option?
I forget. I gotta double check that. Because I thought this was the second year of his contract. I thought this was the option year. And if it is, no, team option for $14 million next year. Look at that.
Yeah, let me get a team option, yeah.
Give Heim some time. Where'd Giolito come from? White Sox. Doesn't count.
Nationals, actually.
That doesn't count, yeah.
Nationals.
That's
Adam Eaton.
Oh.
What is Heim doing right now? What the freak is Heim doing right now?
He's running the farm system for the Cardinals. He's the second Cardinals.
How's the farm system doing? Are they doing good?
They're killing it. I don't know. They're probably implementing. They should be implementing whatever the Brewers do for their pitching.
What's Craig Breslow? What's the temp on Craig Breslow in Boston?
If they win, he's awesome and fuck Devers. If they lose, he stinks. Trade back for Devers. Like that's how sports works. Trev, can we get into some standout performances?
It's time for Standout Performances. This guy stood out for Trev.
Say what?
Standout Performances are brought to you by BetterHelp. If workplace stress is getting to you, man, and it gets to 61% of the global workforce, maybe you should go check out BetterHelp to battle stress. Most of us can't wave goodbye to work. It feels like it's always there. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it's convenient, too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. It's the largest online therapy provider in the world. BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/TalkinBaseball. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TalkinBaseball. Where are you going, Coach?
Jesus Christ. I am going with Kurtz, Nick. I love watching this A's offense play. Not so much, besides my guy Jacob Lopez, not so much the pitching staff, but this offense has so much potential. And I think over the next couple of years, we're really going to be talking about it. Max Muncy is coming up, kind of looking like a guy. We know about Elba, we know about Jacob Wilson, all those things. But Kurtz, to me, can be the absolute difference maker for that team because he's doing a lot of things right now that you want to see a young guy do, making adjustments. And let me ask you this, Jake. Do you want to see steady improvement
Love it.
in your OPS month to month? Is that something you're interested in? Because Mr. Kurtz is doing that. In May, an 852 OPS. In June, a 926 OPS. In July, so far, a 964 OPS. Now, this guy he takes his walks and he hits for power. And he strikes out an absolute ton.
Good.
I think that'll change. I think he'll get better in that regard. That usually does happen later on in your career as you see more pitches. You could talk about the home ballpark he's playing in, and you could say, yeah, that's maybe helping. This guy's got power anywhere. I do not care. Let me actually look up the home-away splits. Oh, yeah, they are drastic. Oof. One dotting at home, 1.046 on the road, 0.642.
He's a Sacramento guy.
It is going to come for this guy. Like, we're going to be talking about Nick Kurtz as one of the best hitting first basemen in the league over the next couple of years. I wanted to shine some light because I think there was a little bit of fanfare when he first got called up. He struggled right away, and then people kind of forgot as the A's started just tanking and just being horrible. But keep him on your radar because he has the skill set to really become one of the better hitters in the league. And I just want to shout him out.
I like when the prospect game is so crazy. It's one of the beauties of baseball. You went through the whole Mizorowski thing. Like, how does that happen? It's cool to me. Like, Kurtz was the 4th pick in last year's draft, which again, that's a pretty high profile. And by the way, Trev, I know this part of this makes you mad. Let me read you the first 6 picks from last year. Travis Bazzana. Okay, great.
Yeah, Australian.
Let's go. Chase Burns in the show, twirling it.
Yeah, he looks good.
Got drafted last year. Charlie Condon from your Rockies. I'm rooting for you, always.
What?
Kurtz, Nick. So we've got 2 of the first 4 picks in the majors. Number 5, Hagen Smith by your White Sox. Number 6, Jack Caglione, the home run derby contestant. So from last year's draft, 3 of the top 6 picks are in the big leagues. That's insane. And if I go to 8, I get another one, Christian Moore from the Angels. Wow. 4 of the top 8 picks from
that never used to happen, bro.
That's nuts, Trev. You couldn't even do that 2 years removed.
Who's having a good year this year that's up? Kurtz is doing it.
Kurtz, what if I told you the 14th pick was Cam Smith?
Cam Smith doing it. Christian Moore, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Very limited time.
Not fully. Not awful, not fully. Yeah,
and
man.
Chase Burns has had he looks good.
Up and down. I mean, but it's just it's a different world. And yeah, Kurtz, it was interesting, the way we track baseball, and maybe we need to start tracking the draft more. Jesus. There was a lot of like Kurtz hype. It was like the way this guy is hitting in the minors, it was turning into like can't miss, and it's starting to look that way. That probably can't dream for the Athletics this year, but maybe soon. Trev, for my standout, this is, I saw Mizorowski on the sheet, and we talked about him, and he's great. I wanted to obviously get our guy Lucas Giolito in. It turned into a pitcher day for me. The hitting options all look the same. A lot of 2-homer games, Acuna, Jazz, Salvi.
I forgot to even say what Nick Kamakurtz did.
What did he do?
I don't know. Let me see.
2 for 3, home run, 4 RBI.
4 runs driven in. Sorry. That's the whole point of this thing.
Trev, I'm going with Freddie Peralta. When we're talking Cubs and Brewers, and you start looking at the names on the pitching staff, or if you start thinking about the National League now that the Brewers are not cemented but very much in the mix, 4th in starting pitching ERA on the season, and yeah, Mizorowski is sexy, and Woodruff's back. Quintana's been great. Quinn Priester, we Chad Patrick on this show.
Hey, Chad Patrick pod.
It starts with Freddie P. And he dropped 6-inning shut piece on the Dodgers. On the year, 10 wins, which leads the NL. We used to care about that. A 2.74 ERA. And I was just laughing like they were doing some of Mizorowski's debut stats. And, look at this phenom. And he's the first guy to do it since. He's the first guy to do it since Freddie Peralta. It's, when you look at the historic pitchers with more than 30 strikeouts and 12 or fewer hits in their first career outings, normally we do this and it's Mizorowski and it's Curd Lampley who pitched in 1880. It's Mizorowski and Freddie Peralta. Like, one of the best contracts in baseball, one of the best pitchers in baseball, and a key part to this Brewers surge.
Gosh, I just looked at his contract.
Right?
Holy. But hold on. Hold on.
Tell the people, Trev.
Well, it was a pre-arb contract.
It was a pre-arb.
Okay, so now it's not that bad.
No. If Freddie Peralta's good next year, he's going to get everything he deserves.
Yes, it's 2020 through 2025 ends up being a 6-year, $22 million contract. That's all pre-arb. Unless this year's a free agent year.
This year's
because he had 6 years going into this year.
Right. This was their bonus team option.
And no, next year they have a team option as well. So they took away 2 free agent years from him. What's he making this year?
$8 million.
And the team option next year?
$8 million.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is our crew. Hey, pitch well next year. We don't have to worry about that. By the way, you want to talk about how organizations and teams are made? Freddie Peralta was traded in 2015, so he was a child. He was traded with Carlos Herrera and Daniel Misaki for Adam Lind.
Oh, boy.
Adam Lind had some nice years.
That's a salty vet right there, Adam Lind. My gosh.
Yeah? He had a little salt to him? Okay. Good to know.
He could hit, though.
He could hit. 200 career homers in the show. So congrats to Adam Lind and Freddie Peralta, mostly.
Golly, that contract.
Yeah. Crew did good there. Trev, it could have been a lot of other guys, but I'm hoping they end up on the next part of the show.
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
And Fuego is brought to you by Corona, the official cerveza of Talkin' Baseball. Trev?
Let's start out for the series, and this is a nice sign right here. Texas shortstop Corey Seager goes 8 for 14 in the series, a double, 2 homers, 5 runs driven in. He's absolutely crushed the Angels. Since the start of 2024, he's 22 for 47 with 5 homers, 11 runs driven in, 11 walks to just 1 strikeout. Jake, he has a 7-game multi-hit streak against the Angels. So when Seager comes into town, he gets his. Jose Ramirez, we talked about, 5 for 12 in the series, 3 home runs. That's why they swept. How about this? Colt Keith, everything's coming up Tigers.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up Tigers. 7 for 12 in the series, 2 doubles, 2 homers. He actually, Jake, he's eclipsed the 800 OPS mark. For the first time in his career, he was hitting or had an OPS of 518 through April 29th. 518. And since then, in the last 54 games, he's hitting 308 with a 917 OPS. He's got 3 straight multi-hit games. Attaboy!
Attaboy.
Ryan, that video from Coach Ball Game. Ryan Jeffers, my guy. The guy with the thighs. 5 for 10, 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 runs driven in. He's starting to. He had a lot of peripheral numbers that look good, like the what should have happened stats. He's finally seen some results in the field, so good for him. Giancarlo Stanton, my gosh, I haven't said that name all season on Talking Baseball.
Wow.
4 for 9, 2 homers, 6 runs driven in. He recorded his 432nd career homer on Thursday. That's nice. Your guy, Romy Gonzalez, my gosh, this is the Romy Gonzalez show now. Let's just rename it. 11 for 23, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 7 runs driven in. He had a 454-foot homer over the Greek Monster, and that tied.
He looks like a Martian.
Mike Trout for the longest homer this season at Fenway. In 77 plate appearances, Jake, versus left-handed pitching, he's 4.47ing it. 412, 468, 750 against lefties this year. That's incredible. Jarren Duran, might as well keep talking about the Red Sox. 9 for 25, 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs, 11 runs driven in. Don't trade him. Have depth. How about that? And then Kyle Schwarber, another one of your doppelgangers. 8 for 24, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 10 runs driven in. He has 14 homers, Jake, against lefties this year. That's tied for the most in Major League Baseball. He's a lefty also.
He hit like an accidental opposite field in San Francisco homer. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
He's incredible. He's got an OPS in the late innings, so innings 7 through 9, Jake. It's a 1.2. Gotta love that. He's slugging 695 on fastballs this season. And you might think of him as a slow guy because he hits homers and runs like Babe Ruth a little bit. But he's only grounded into 1 double play in 73 double play opportunities. That's the best in the National League.
Hit it up or strike out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is coming from the guy that led the league.
Oh, here we go.
Double plays. Have a little Baltimore love before we get into some pitchers. Jordan Westburg, 8 for 21, 3 homers, 6 runs driven in the series. Snaps for you. Now for the pitchers who shoved, one of the greatest names in baseball, Jansen Junk.
Yeah.
For the Miami Marlins, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 2 walks. He's not walked any of this 56 opponent 7, 8, 9 hitters that he's faced this season. And I like that stat right there. Don't walk those scrubs.
Yeah.
And I say that with affection. I also have hit the 7, 8, and 9 hole. Don't walk those scrubs. Brian Bayo, keeping the Boston theme going. 9 innings pitched, complete game. 2 earned runs, 10 Ks, only 1 walk. He threw that was his first one of his career. And then he struck out, like I mentioned, 10 batters. That's a season high for him as well. Brandon Pfaadt for the Diamondbacks, your Snakes, goes 8 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, no walks, 4 Ks. That's a career high in innings pitched for him for a single game. And then, as you mentioned, just developed the cutter out of nowhere. He threw more cutters than fastballs for the first time in his career because pitchers are sickos now. I mentioned Colin Ray. I don't really like the Cubs pitching staff. Shut up, dude. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned runs, 5 Ks. Hitters have swung at 69% of Colin Ray's pitches with 2 strikes in his last 3 starts. That's the second highest in MLB over the last 2 weeks. Don't really understand that stat.
Okay.
We're going to go with it. Miles Michaelis, I feel like he's been playing baseball for 50 years. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. That's his first win since May 23rd. He went 0-4 with a 7.75 in his previous 7 starts. So a nice little bounce back start for old Miles. And that is going to do it for Who's in Fuego and for pitchers who shove. I'm going to kick it over to you because this is more your lane for the batters who are struggling.
Hey, man, you've been struggling lately. It's time to pick it up!
You know, Trev, you mentioned you spent some time hitting 7, 8, 9. I could potentially be hitting 11, 12, 13 this weekend. So for the batters who are struggling, this is, again, J-Ram was just on this list, and then he homered in every game. All right, who needs to pick it up? How about Mark Vientos? Out of the park, Mark. 4 for 34, 115 on low fastballs this season. Last year, it just felt like he had that long swing that could get anything. A little bad luck along the way. Big second half for him coming in. Ty France.
He's struggling, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I asked some of the Mets fans around the office, and they were like, this week is when, like, the worry really hit. It was like, oh, it's not just...
Hey, reminder, the big leagues is hard.
It's hard. Hard to stay good. Hard to stay good. That's why I like someone like Devers who hits every year. Ty France, 4 for 28. That's not good. Slugging 209 on pitches, 95 miles per hour fastball. That's the lowest in the AL. Get that velo machine out.
I have a Ty France story.
Please.
He told me. Yeah, he's been struggling. He got a bloop double right in front of Tucker's glove, and he got to second base, and Jim Wolf was the umpire. And he goes, I had the biggest smile on my face. And Jim Wolf goes, why are you smiling so big? He goes, Jim, you have no idea. I really needed that. I'm so happy right now I can give you a kiss. And Jim Wolf, he said, without even skipping a beat, pulls out some chapstick, puts it on his lips, and goes, here we go, big boy.
That's what baseball's about.
Yeah. And he's jacked.
That's
both those guys. I asked him, who's got bigger arms?
Whoa.
Because France got big arms.
Watch out. Tommy Edman is in the 3 for 26. One of the worst hard hit rate on inside pitches. Get your hands in, Tommy. I'll work with them. Elliot Ramos. We haven't talked about him in a while. We used to talk about him a lot, it felt like. He's on a 9 for 49. He's struggling with the velo as well. And then Julio, which has been a hot topic on this show. I've found myself in the crosshairs on this. 12 for 56, which is a little different than the rest of the guys on this list. This is where I'll add my own venom to the conversation. In his last 82 games, if you take out the first 10 games of the season, Julio has been 247, 295 on base, a 667 OPS. I know the guy covers ground. I know the guy goes and gets it with everyone. This is more so like disappointed parents, Seattle. And I know you guys are starting to feel the same thing. They're like, the guy has so much more in him than this. Let's go. It's time, Julio. A big second half coming up for him. My God. Going to the All-Star game, OPS in the 6s. I don't know. But what we're trying to do is build these guys up. So maybe they'll all be hot by the next time we yuck ball. Staying miserable, the IL. Kike, some left elbow inflammation, maybe just like an extended all-star break. It says he's coming back right after, so maybe just get the head start on a little trip. I don't know. Rhys Hoskins, left thumb, 6 weeks. Milwaukee could feel that. He's been steady for them. Shelby Miller, my God, Arizona's bullpen, the infirmary. Mark Canha, left elbow. Mark Leiter Jr. was pitching on a broken leg. Turns out that's bad. Starling Marte with a right knee. Keber Ruiz, concussion protocol. We got some relievers. Porter Hodge, right shoulder. Nick Sandlin for Toronto, right elbow. And Hunter Strickland for LAA, left shoulder, 60-day. Tough for the pretty-eyed killer, as I call him. This is where we turn the show around. Yu Darvish is pitching again on a major league mound. He made his return on Monday night for San Diego. Colin Holderman in Pittsburgh's pen, everyone's favorite, Connor Joe. Casey Schmidt for San Francisco. Yoan Moncada, a little audition for some teams potentially. Luis Robert Jr., LOL, same. Jesse Winker is back bringing the energy for Los Mets. Roll your R's with Miguel Andujar as he's back for the Athletics. Tyler Glasnow and Masataka Yoshida. And, as noted below, Bregman and Dobbin should be back for Boston, along with Kodai Senga for the New York Mets. So we got some dudes back, baby. Let's start everyone's All-Star weekend off right.
Awards!
We're going to see Kelsey Winger. Awards are brought to you by DraftKings. Baseball fans, summer's here. Baseball's the sport. That's what's happening right now. Get in on all the action. We talked some home run, some derby stuff before. Get in on that. New customers who bet just $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly with DraftKings. So why don't you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now? New customers use our promo code JMBaseball. Bet just $5 on any wager, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Promo code JMBaseball only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Trev, I cannot wait.
This one's like a very straightforward award. Not one of these silly ones that sometimes we do on here. It's more of a giving props to a guy, and we're seeing a resurgent team, and he's been a big part of it, even though he has been playing. This award's going to Alex Bregman. I almost texted him that I was going to give him an award. Should I do that?
I think you should. I think you should. I think he'd like that.
I'm going to just say, hey, man, read this article on you, and it's really
like
cool to see.
First day coming back, like, yes.
I think I'm going to do that. There was an article written in The Athletic by Jen McCaffrey. Came out this morning at 4 a.m. my time. So I was reading it and I was, impressed. And I've heard this from people, but she really laid it out and has some really, really cool quotes. I don't want to give away the entire article because I don't think you're supposed to do that. But essentially, it's talking about what Alex Bregman has meant to the team since he's been on the IL. Now, I've been open about this in my time on the IL. I was miserable, dude. I just mentally just couldn't, I was just so depressed. I just wanted to be back out there, and it's really, really hard to feel like you're part of the team when you're not playing, and it's really hard to feel like you have a voice when you're not playing. We just had Pablo Lopez up with us in the booth, which he was fantastic pitching with him. But he echoed what I'm saying, and he's like, it's really hard. Like the team goes on the road, and you're here, and you're by yourself, and you just don't feel like you're part of it. You don't feel like you're a guy on the squad. Alex Bregman does not share that type of attitude. That you could go up and down that lineup, and everybody has a quote about what Alex Bregman has done since he's been on the IL. Really taking on more of a coach's role on the Red Sox, going around helping guys out with whether it's their routine or their preparation for pitchers, or maybe he's in the cage with them tweaking mechanics. He's taking on a hybrid role of advanced scout, hitting coach, manager to all these guys. And again, some of these quotes are really, really cool. He worked with Rafaela. I'm going to kind of get one here for you. He has a 989 OPS over his last 38 games, Rafael, right? That coincides with some cage work that he did with Bregman over a month ago. Rafael's quote is, every time he comes to talk to me, I just go do what he says and something good happens. This is a guy that's playing in the outfield. Right. This is a guy that's, there's could be a bit of a language barrier there per se. I mean, he speaks English, but it is special to hear that from a young 24-year-old kid. The grizzled World Series champ veteran who's on the IL is coming and helping him. Jaron Duran, it's like when you're in a movie theater, you're like, shut up, Bregman is talking. Let's hear what he has to say. Trevor Story is talking about it. Marcelo Meyer is talking about it. Roman Anthony is talking about it. All these guys, he'll walk around. Rob Refsnyder, he'll walk around with an iPad and say, how do you think this guy's going to approach you today? And they'll say something, and they'll be like, no. Like, this is how he's going to approach you. They're calling him like the Bregman pop quizzes. He's keeping everybody on their toes, holding everybody accountable while also offering help throughout the time that he's been on the IL. Really, if you can, go read the article. I had heard this. I think this was out, when he had a meeting with the Red Sox before signing. He came in with his own questions. He turned the interview around a la Step Brothers. We're going to interview you. Yeah. He had 16 questions about the prospects and, what their plan was going forward. So he's taken on this leadership role that, we talk about all the time. Hey, you need veterans in the clubhouse. Here's another name drop. Sitting on the field talking to Justin Turner during the week. I was like, hey, man, like, these guys are really lucky to have you. Hit his 200th career homer. Did you even mention that? Snaps.
Wow. Okay.
And he was telling me, I've been on some teams lately that really, weren't super concerned about the team. He goes, this one really is. They, guys want to be good for each other. And I said, yeah, you're a big part of that, Justin.
And didn't we just get it? Was it Kevin Pillar talking about the Texas Rangers that was saying he was like shocked by their clubhouse, that he didn't feel that?
You have to have the right guys in it. Justin Turner is one of the right guys. Clearly, Alex Bregman is one of the right guys. So I don't know. I say all this to really drive home the point of you need veteran leadership. It's not, you can bring up all the guys from last year's draft class you want. You need guys to help them go through the ups and downs. My gosh, when I go into the clubhouse, I do that for the guys. I want to be the most positive guy and tell them, hey, you're going to struggle. It's okay, man. It's part of the game. Because when you get into that, it's like a vortex. You fall into it. Like, I'm never going to be good again. I stink. It's like, that's not the case. It's like, let's work. Let's do some things. I wish I did it more. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but Bregman has been that guy. He's coming back off the IL, and it's almost like he never left. Like, his impact on the game was still there, even though he's on the IL. So I don't know. I just wanted to give him an award. I thought the article was really cool. Go check it out. Jen McCaffrey, shout out. Great job doing it. It's on The Athletic. And I guess really just snaps for Bregman, and watch out for the Red Sox.
Red Sox are here, and they've got more in the tank. Yeah, it's cool to see with Bregman. And Trev, it's the stuff about sports we want to matter. Like, the clubhouse environment should matter. When you spend 9 months every day with the same group of guys, I mean, accountability, I think that's one of the words. I know Yankee fans have had their questions about it. I'm sure every team has had their questions about it. That accountability is the great word, and Bregman being that guy. And how about everything coming up, Bregman? I think I mentioned Turner's 200th on the midweek episode, so whatever. I'll take your shots. You're on the show as well. Bregman for me, dude, is everything coming up Bregman? Like, he was the face of baseball. The scandal comes out. Turns out he got, I don't want to say some of the worst of it, but like, he was the rookie that had to go to the other teams and lie about you were tipping pitches. Like, he was becoming the face of baseball, and then he kind of hit himself. Here he is with this dream option contract playing out of his dome. Who knows what money is ahead of him, and everything you just said about the Boston stuff is really cool. And it's, dude, you and I, does this not check out your and me's eye test saying Alex Bregman's a baseball rat that's going to play until he's 40 and fine? Yes. Okay, the analytics told a lot of teams, oh, well, you got a deep left field, so he might not be great for you. I think he's going to figure it out. I think he's going to figure out how to play good baseball, because that's what he is, a good baseball player. And he happens, well, he's got that giant wall in left field, to be playing amazing baseball. Big second half upcoming. And Trev, this accidentally segued into my award perfectly, because I'm giving out the Fly the W award. A well-known phrase for Chicago Cubs fans. That's their thing. And unfortunately, this award isn't for them. So I'm sorry to get you excited, Cubs fans, that made it in this deep to the episode. Because there's a team that it's time to start flying the W. And it's a team that has been my frustration all year. It's going to the Texas Rangers. Trev, what's been the Rangers' weak spot this year?
Offense.
In the past 15 days, they are third in runs scored. The Texas Rangers offense has kicked into gear. Corey Seager is back. Wyatt Langford came back. Marcus Semien has had a couple big days at the office. Jake Berger had a big one or two. Okay. You need to start posting W's and quick. Because we're coming up. It's All-Star Game week. And then the trade deadline's here. And where are you going to be? What are these next couple series going to dictate to you? Because everything we just gave the Red Sox their flowers, the Rangers were in the same boat with them as of a week and a half ago. And then the Red Sox went nuts. Rangers have Houston this weekend, which should be another fun one on the baseball calendar. If they can handle their business there, how can they come out of the All-Star break? Because if they're getting offense, their pitching has been so good. But Trev, like you said, maybe it's not all numbers. Maybe it's not all X's and O's. Because these are the quotes from Kevin Pillar. It was on Foul Territory. Shout out to our neighbors. When I got to the clubhouse in Texas, there's a lot of talent in there and a lot of individual stuff going on. A lot of guys doing their own thing. You might not see people until the game. He was saying how it was different than when he was in Atlanta and the vibes he felt there. Hey, man, I'm a big winning cures everything, and Texas hasn't had that. They've just been looking around uncomfortably. I don't know what it is. And maybe it's not there. Maybe they don't have the personality in the locker room. Maybe they don't have the Turner and Oswaldo Cabrera, whoever the guy is on your team that unites, the Trevor Plouffe. I don't know, but either way, they just got to start flying W's. Otherwise, I'm out. Like, I need to be out.
He did go on to say, when they were 13-6, he's like, I think a lot of guys got off to a bad start individually, and the pitching was so good, and we were still winning games, but the winning didn't seem a lot of guys were enjoying that because they were getting caught up in their own failures. So,
well, I don't want to sound like, just this new age baseball is bad guy, because I think there's plenty that's good.
Plenty good.
I enjoy the game that's being played right now, but a lot of non-baseball guys are getting hired that are around the clubhouse all the time, and they don't have that sense of team. And it is very individualized now, the work and the numbers, and they're feeding you so much information that it does become like, okay, well, I got to do this. And you just hear I all the time. And Turner was talking about that. He goes, dude, it's like guys need to realize that if we play together, like for each other, a rising tide raises all ships. Like that mentality it's getting lost a little bit because there's a lot of guys getting rushed to the big leagues who have huge social media profiles, who are going and getting NIL deals in college. And like, they feel like they're a guy already instead of having to earn things, which I also believe it is important. And that's sort of getting lost. But the idea of like team ball, it's not as prevalent as it used to be. And the good teams, what do all winning teams say? Like, man, we felt like a family. Like, you have that.
Right.
And if you don't, like, you're not going to win. The baseball season is crazy. I'll tell you this. Twins, they're not winning right now, but they got a couple guys trying to really get that clubhouse together. After the game yesterday, it was a day game. A bunch of them sat around in the clubhouse together and were playing cards. They didn't leave the park right away. And Harrison Bader was stressing the importance of that. And I said, dude, I know you don't like me at all. Like at all. But I like what you're doing. That's awesome.
Right.
So,
yeah, Trev, I know, again, this could be a literal full midweek episode, but I know it's near impossible to do, but I do think the attitude behind if there was a runner on second, if a guy hit a leadoff double, it was if you're a righty, hit the ball the other way. No matter what happens, the runner gets to third. And that's just gone. And I know hitting's so difficult that it's not that easy. And it didn't happen all the time in the old days.
Hey, guess what? Hitting's always been hard.
But the intention, and when it got done and you came back to the dugout, like, that used to matter. And that's being a team.
Guys are told now,
right,
giving up an out is bad.
I know.
So like it is a lot of the philosophy. It's philosophy driven. If I was a manager, the first thing I would say is every game is different. So we are going to approach every game as it comes. We're going to have our set rules here, the way that we, organizational philosophies, if you will, but there are going to be times where we sway from those philosophies because the game dictates that. Whether that's, hey, we're playing a team that doesn't really defend the ball well. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to try to put the ball in play a ton. We might bunt here. Team that can really pick it, you know what? We're probably going to have to slug. We're probably going to have to hit the ball over the wall. It's going to be, and whoever's on the mound, it all matters. You can't play cookie cutter baseball. That's the truth. And man, I'll never be a manager because I don't want to be a manager. But if I was, I would, that would be the first thing I would say. And also, hey guys, my name's Trevor.
And
That'd
hey,
probably be the first thing I say.
hey Harrison, maybe let's meet up for.
Call me Coach Trev.
Let's get dinner after the game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Oh my
God. Everyone, we love you so much. No recap ep because All-Star game. But I think we're having our signature Jake sucks. I believe it's our signature trade episode.
You better talk to Chris Rose because he wants to put that on his channel.
No, he's been talked to. European Chris, I don't know. There's always.
I'm gonna take a month vacation. I'm working.
Yeah.